let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, this is Rico. I think Stefanski got himself fired yesterday. You don't take the ball out your quarterback's hands with the game on the line. You don't take out Jordan, Kobe, LeBron with the game on the line. Now, I'm not saying that Sanders is on their level when I'm saying that Sanders was playing at that level. How can you sit there and call wildcat play with the game on the line and take the quarterback that was cooking all game out of the game? I know Tommy Rees is the offensive coordinator, but Stefanski signs off on it. Stefanski now has 4 out of the last 6 losing seasons, and 3 of those losing seasons are downright horrible, including this one.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Let's welcome in Spencer German from 92.3 The Fan and Locked On Browns podcast. Spencer, I agree with the question about taking him out. It's even more concerning that you ran the Wildcat, you put in an extra lineman, and you ran wide. I think you just kind of outthought yourself. I mean, I'm sure it looked really good on the board, and I'm like, that makes no damn sense.
Yeah, like I can wrap my head around the idea that they repped that play a ton this week. Jackson, stop. I can wrap my head around the fact that they repped that play this week and they felt good about it because they went and worked through it and did all those things. And listen, like I get it. Like coaches always have supreme confidence that their plays are going to work, that the situations that they put them in are going to work, and all those different things. But this is where sometimes I think Stefanski is missing like a feel aspect to playing the odds and playing the analytics, where he kind of loses the plot on when to take the ball out of a guy's hands or a quarterback's hands who's having a good game and all those different things. And I think there is reason to have conversations too about just the concept of going for 2 at the moment in the game that they did. Now, and listen, I'm not, because I know people are going to hear this and be like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Because, the idea of going for 2 down 14 is a newer phenomenon in the NFL. It's pretty, it's pretty popular. A lot of teams are doing it around the league. It's not that I don't understand the math on why you do it or why it's something that is part of the game plans for teams these days. But what my biggest thing is, Dave, like, I understand the odds are what the odds are. And, when you go for 2 in that situation, it gives you a chance to sort of decide if you're going to win the game or not on that final touchdown that you potentially get. Like, I get everything that goes into it. I get the opportunity that you're creating for yourself. But I also, like, part of the analytic for me, the analytics for me has to be, do you understand, like, your team? And to me, like, the risk of essentially going for it that first time and potentially not getting it is adding another challenge for your offense to then overcome. And this offense, as we know, has enough issues and enough problems and enough shortcomings, like enough things that they have to overcome. They have more injuries on the offensive line yesterday. Like, I just kind of wonder if that's part of the thought process there, where it's like, I get as a coach, you're always going to have confidence in the plays and you're always going to think, this is going to work. We did it at practice. This is the perfect scenario for it. I get all that. But sometimes I just wonder, like, not all offenses are created equal, right? Like, if the average offense is going to get at least one of those 2-point conversions, what is the Browns' offense percentages of getting those? Because it's filled with a lot of rookies who make mistakes. It's an offense that oftentimes does get in its way or commits costly penalties or just doesn't execute plays. We just saw that last week with that 4th down play with Harold Fannin. So again, it's not that I don't understand the analytics and what they say, and it's not that I'm mad that they went for it necessarily. Like, I understand what they're doing. I just wonder if, like, the entire process was thought out from, should this team be doing that in that situation, understanding that they're already behind the 8 ball enough with the offensively, and if you're going to go for it, was that the right play call in that situation?
The thing that I would say is, against a 1-win team that you're supposed to beat, I don't think if we extend the game, great, because you're going to beat it.
Yeah.
We go to overtime, I like their chances because that's not a really good football team. Now, the Browns, I get the people are going to say neither are the Browns, but they're a better football team than Tennessee. If you're playing a team that you're inferior to, all right, then you take the puncher's chance. If you're a better team, all right, let's keep playing because we're eventually going to win. I'm with you. I'm with you for the feel.